Okay, cool. Alright, let me just boot up LFM. Yeah. Let's do a challenge. Join practice server. See if this works properly. You know, I should have put my wheel on. Maybe I'll just grab that. Oh, we'll boot it up first and then I'll go grab it. Gotta save my profile first. Why does it take so long? Okay, this will up a little bit. Of course, go install some packages. Now, if I go to VLC and turn it off. Oh wait, I've got to RF2 is a bit weird with how it allows me to move my cursor. I have to open the Windows key before I can click other stuff. So if I turn that off, it should give me full screen RF2 in the background. That should be working. F1 1982 League Edition. Oh yeah, the 1982 F1 cars got updated. So you've got the turbos versus the 3 liters, and they've got different like fuel burns and different like engine life biases and things. Pretty cool. Is that the car that I usually drive? I thought mine usually had yellow on it. I do like the blue and yellow. What's this one? Is that dark blue? It's black. No, I like this one. Default or liters of decimals. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I was going to grab my other wheel. Let's just take this one off. The big boy. Don't need that anymore. We're going to go grab the tiny wheel, which works with the USF. So I'm going to turn this headset. Okay, put in my tiny boy. A little baby steering wheel, 260 mils. Definitely amplifies the forces over the 330 mil big wheel.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 39
Okay,
Celsius.
I just have to go and change my setup over here. So first I have to go to calibrate controls, and I'm going to go GT1 and save, just in case I made any other changes. Then I'm going to load this profile, and then I'm going to go down to here and change this to 1440, because that's what I reset my max angle to. And I think this is all working on the screen. I can't see my OBS behind the... I'm going to change the car-specific multiplier down because I changed my livery, and for some reason it saves per livery, which is insane. 70% is plenty. Oh, I've got a yellow flag going, that's what's happening. I forgot that I've got the flags going here. Save profile. We should be able to just drive and it should just work. So unlike RBR, I don't have full throttle green on my sim hub setup for my light behind me. But as you can see, I've got yellow flags going. And this should be working. Now, I always forget which way my reset view is. I think that we're pretty set up though. There we go, got shifts going on the shifter. Because this does have a proper shifter, but it also doesn't have a... I think the speed limit is 80. This doesn't have a pit limiter on it.
Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat into them.
God, it's a bumpy track. It feels so good though.
It'll polish out, mate. Forget about it.
You sit so low on these, it's so good. Coming out of a rally car and into a little sports car, like a little open wheeler. Should be running okay. Should look alright on the stream screen as well. I've got a bit of head movement turned on in VR, so the car will bump around a bit. Especially here. The car will also like move with the brakes and things. You'll see like my view move forwards. I can't see anything behind me. The RF2 mirrors are not great, but Crew Chief does fill in the blanks pretty well in most cars. I rarely get caught out. Just have to be a bit more mindful of sort of the mental map of where everyone is behind me. This corner is so tricky because there's no real like reference points. So I'm never quite sure how fast to go in and when to start like trail braking. But we're just here to burn a few laps. Slide the car around a bit. These might be my favorite open wheelers because they got so little downforce. The S5000s are very good too, but there needs to be a very good mod for them in RF2. That's basically like an F3 chassis, like a Tartus, but carrying a V8 supercar, 5-liter V8. It sounds as good as you'd imagine. This open wheeler with big wings flying past, going to 7,500 RPM with that massive V8 warble. Oh yeah, cooked that one a bit. Went in too hard. I like that it takes a couple of laps to get the tires warmed up, but I would prefer if there was more of a difference between cold and hot temperature grip, because cold, like driving one of these cars on cold tires, it does feel like the tires are made of plastic. Really does. And then they warm up and you're like, oh, there it is. It's actually made of rubber. Like even the impact over curbs and stuff is different when those tires are cold. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it didn't do that right.
Your brake temperatures look good.
You just want to touch these curves but not actually go up them. As soon as you put a wheel up them, you sort of the other diagonal wheel comes off the ground as well. Because you just got no compression on these things. You just lift wheels. It's pretty easy to overdrive these cars too, because they do slide quite well. But you shouldn't.
Your front tyres are cold.
Are they? I don't think they're that cold. Ah, I should have stayed in it. Backed out of the throttle and ran a little wide. Nah, blew it again. Such a tricky corner.
P3.
Ooh, no, that was super not good. Good thing we have plenty of runoff. Ugh. If you want to come straight out of a rally game into one of these, and you can throw this thing around like a rally car. Just drift it to drift. Oversteer on the brakes and then keep it going on the way out.
Tyre temps are looking good. Sector 2 time is okay.
Went brakes too early there. Exit was alright. Ah, I turned in too late there. Missed the apex. Tyres are looking fine. Alright, well, I'm just here to test the test how RF2 looks when streaming, so I'll get into some races eventually. I've been doing pretty well in the BTCC races. And I do know the USF2000 pretty well. Terrible.
Sector 3 time is fast.
We'll see what my composite best lap time is after this lap. We'll just finish this one lap and then we'll come in. Yeah, bollocks that up. We'll turn in too early. Big skids. Warm tyres. Turn the steering wheel too much. You just turn the steering wheel the smallest amount in this thing. You sort of lean on it with your wrist, and that's how you turn. You can see my front tire going yellow when I oversteer. These are more forgiving than the real Formula 4s that I've driven, where you have to start opening the steering up before you press the gas, or you will oversteer. On this, you can have much more steering lock on when you hit the gas. Alright, let's just come in now. Not sure where the lanes for the pit are.
What's your speed?
80k an hour. Keep it on 69. Alright, that'll do us. Okay. Can roll it back a little bit. I do like the sparks. They were added a few updates ago, and they're pretty cool. I think currently all under trays generate sparks. They're not material dependent, but I do miss when the in the older F1 games, like the Grand Prix games and like F1C and things, when the F1 cars had planks under them, they'd chuck out the sawdust when you bottomed out, which is very cool. So hopefully, eventually we get more dynamic materials to generate different particle effects from underneath the cars. So that when we scrape steel, we get the sparks. When we scrape carbon fiber, we just get dust. That sort of stuff. Because the DTM, the 91 DTM cars in this are very, very cool. And the Mercedes 190Es used to have like titanium or steel capping or something under the front bumpers, and they'd scrape all the time and generate these massive cool sparks. Whereas the BMWs and things, which were just as low at the front, wouldn't generate anything. I think I've got the motion blur turned on, so it looks a bit funny around the wheels. You can kind of see through the wheels, and there's like a little bit of a shadow in front of the front wheels, generating that blur in the background. You can see it there, yeah. Oh, it's fun to drive. It's very, very good to drive. If you come from RBR and you want to drive track cars, rF2's force feedback is very, very similar to RBR's. And the multi-point tire contact patch and things are the same as well. Or very similar in how they react. So if you just touch a curb with the edge of a tire, it's just like when you hit the edge of a camber in RBR, you'll feel the torque on the steering wheel, which is what makes rF2's force feedback so good. Anyway, I guess we're done here for now. This was just a little test. I'm going to watch it back and see how the footage has come out.
That's the end of the session, P3.
And see how my crew chief audio is working. And then we might throw up a few races in LFM, because it's good fun. Alright then, let's stop the stream.